finally done. This evening is so peaceful. But I've been thinking about something challenging I read in the Bible recently.
Oh, what's that?
Loving people who hate you. I mean, it sounds impossible sometimes, right?
Totally. I get along with most people, but there are a few who just make it hard. So who exactly is our enemy? Is it only people who are mean to us?
I think it's anyone who acts against us, whether they say hurtful things, exclude us, or try to harm us in some way. Jesus talked about this a lot. Remember in Matthew chapter 5, verses 43 to 44? He said, "You have heard that it was said, 'Love your neighbor and hate your enemy.' But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you."
That verse always gets me. Praying for people who hurt you? That's not easy at all. But why does Jesus ask us to do it?
I think it's because God's love is unconditional. When we love our enemies, we reflect his heart. Romans 12 verse 20 says, "If your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he is thirsty, give him something to drink. In doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head."
And by burning coals, it doesn't mean hurting them. It means leading them to feel regret or change through our kindness. Loving those who hate us can actually soften their hearts.
That's powerful. But honestly, it's easier said than done. When someone spreads rumors about you or ignores you, the last thing you want to do is pray for them.
True, but think about what Jesus did. Even while he was on the cross, he prayed for the people who crucified him, saying, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." Luke 23 verse 34. If he could love his enemies in that moment, we can try to do the same in our situations.
And there are benefits too. Proverbs chapter 25, verses 21 to 22 says that when we're kind to our enemies, we're actually honoring God. Plus, loving others, even those who hate us, frees us from holding on to anger or bitterness.
That's true. When we forgive and love others, it's like we're setting ourselves free. And I guess it's also a way of showing them that hate doesn't win.
Exactly. Jesus said in Matthew 5 verses 46 to 47, "If you love those who love you, what reward will you get? Are not even the tax collectors doing that? And if you greet only your own people, what are you doing more than others?" Loving our enemies sets us apart as his followers.
So how do we start? What's a practical way to love someone who hates us?
I guess we could start by praying for them. Maybe ask God to bless them and help us see them the way he does.
Yeah, and we could respond with kindness when they're mean. Like, instead of snapping back, we could say something encouraging or just stay calm.
And if we've done something wrong to them, we can apologize. Even if it's not entirely our fault, taking the first step shows humility and love.
It's tough, but I think it's worth it. Loving our enemies might just be the best way to show them God's love.
Let's make a pact. Next time someone is mean to us, we'll respond with love instead of anger.
Deal. It won't be easy, but with God's help, we can do it.
Deal. Here's to loving like Jesus, even when it's hard.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Be blessed.